Metime baby ni ama abronye no abetena TV so no abedi Owusu Bempah temsa. Ana abrantie ya no odi matema na Vice President Bawumia picture bonachi. You can say Honorable Ken o mabie ni trimu. Koka so timi bedi matemsa. Eno so menkasa. Oni freni bi so ye freni Bulgaria. Onu so bedi matemsa menkasa de be no ne Vice President. Aye video.
Now
pictures at the social media.
Of Ghana.
Omo muti matem ni nyina so me nyo obi ahwe yo. Omo nyina so Orua Bawumia picture ebo wo machi ena omu di matem. Nkrofo bi a o maye meeting aye NPP fo bi say omu babawura sore dem ha abaye basabasa wa ha.
He has done it again.
Omu ba abe pretend they say as Muslims be say
coming on attack.
Omu ba yeso say me say mempene Emma Sebe Kramoni, Emma president.
To become president of Ghana.
Me imagine Kasa Memprima Kramoni be a president.
There is no
can't be that in my life. There is information yen so a dim back coupe no munina bo. Sasa nipanon crofo, San nipanon crofo, a dim back coupe. Metime baby, near ma abronye no a better TV so no a bit dear Owusu Bempah temsa.
Now,
Menkasa.
Without any provocation. In fact, while minding my business, I see videos of Abronye on social media casting insults, aspersions, and all that at me, at my person, without any provocation.
And Abrantie ya no di matema na Vice President Bawumia picture bonachi. Your friend is saying, you can't say Honorable Ken o mabie ni trimu. Koka so timi bedi matemsa. Eno so menkasa.
And then another gentleman called Koka also would rain insults for no reason at me.
Oni freni bi so ye freni Bulgaria. Onu so bedi matemsa menkasa de be no ne Vice President. Aye video.
Now there's
pictures at the social media.
Who is called Bulgaria would also insult me for no reason, and the next moment you see him in a photograph with the ex-vice president of Ghana. Now,
picture
now, for all these people who come out to insult me and attack my person, I have done nothing to any of them. And for all of them, while doing their broadcast, you will see pictures and portraits of the former vice president, His Excellency Bawumia.
Then we would
also hear if you are Schwarzenegger, she will come with hers and she would insult me. Now, recently when she was called, she decided she would not respond and she will not insult me.
And then in Crawford, so be Dima Temsa, Kobo Morris Ampaupa, no so be Dima Temsa, and in also Bempah my din.
Now, Chairman Wontumi and his boys, with in alliance with Morris Ampau, they would come use airtime just to insult me for no apparent reason. Now, I ask myself, what have I really done? I am also human. Now, you don't just insult me, you insult my mother, insult members of my church, and use unprintable words. You use unprintable words in describing me, members of my church, and my family.
Now,
Now, I ask myself, the leadership of NPP, are they saying they have not heard nor seen any of these insults targeted at me? And they have lost control over their people to the extent that they cannot tell the members of their own party to stop what they are doing to Prophet Owusu Bempah. So sometimes I get angry and I declare that I will not allow the former president, candidate of the New Patriotic Party, to become president of Ghana because of the insults. Now you know what has happened?
President, Vice President Bawumia.
I have friends who are also very good friends of the former Vice President Bawumia. I am using this opportunity, this platform, as an opportunity to say something for those friends to hear me clearly. It is not the case that in recent times I have withdrawn from you.
Party kase papa ye party ni ye invite o enti bra party ni bi me nyina ye ntonsanidi menko.
Now sometimes
and then I make a the
a party
me namfo no me pese me body mo parties amu ya mu invite me na member no because of Dr. Bawumia na mo ne nam no enti amma me nya gidie o mu biem san de ne nkrofo de ye me nti enti amma me suro me ho.
They throw parties and invite me. Man of God, oh please honor invitation. Come, let's wine and dine together. But I decline. I do not honor their invitation. Not because there is anything they have done, but it is because I am just being careful. I have noticed that you have they are associating themselves with the former Vice President of Ghana, Dr. Bawumia. And for the sake of what his own people are doing to me, I don't have confidence. I don't have confidence in coming to your parties. I am just being careful. This is the whole thing.
2013.
In 2013,
I saw them here.
Right here in church. God gave me a revelation and a prophetic message, and I declared it. Now, at that time, former President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, was only a flag bearer and not a president. He was the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party. Now, it is this prophetic word which I declared by the instruction of God that has brought me this trouble. Now, the prophetic message was not a creature of my imagination. It was not a figment of my imagination. It was God who revealed it to me and gave me instruction to declare it to the hearing of the public. And I did in accordance with what God said. In the same manner as God gives me revelations and messages about other nations, about families and individuals, and I declare them, that was the same way I received this message. It is part of my call.
Chief of Staff Fìre.
Subsequent to that, I received a message or an invitation by the then Chief of Staff of the Republic of Ghana.
Jubilee House.
So I went to Jubilee House. I'm not going to disclose everything that went on, but I'm just trying to prove a point. On that was also at the Jubilee House.
Nana Pong C2.
Myself,
Nana Pong. And Yewura Chief of Staff Office.
Myself,
Jubilee House.
Nana Pong, also called C2, Prophet Victor Kusibuating. We entered the office of Madam Frema Opare, the Chief of Staff, together. I'm just trying to make a point. I just need your attention.
Chief of Staff, and so
by the instruction of the Chief of Staff, they showed me a video. Now I watched the video and he asked me, man of God, are you the person in the video? And I said yes. And she asked me, why did you make that declaration? And I said, Madam,
2013. Please,
this video was recorded so many years ago in 2013. At that time, His Excellency Nana-Addo was not president of Ghana.
And choose the vice president.
And he had not even at that time appointed a running mate who will become vice president.
And I say, in fact, oh papa,
and she told me that your father, the president, is not amused about what he heard in the video.
Old video.
And she actually admitted that the video is an old video. Now let's put that aside. This is the genesis. Now I want everyone to watch that video. Now listen to the prophetic message God gave me, which I declared in that time. And then now let's assess the events of time that happened after the prophecy, and let's check whether the prophetic word has any truth in it. Now when I got arrested, I had a conversation with Chairman Wuntumi, and he said to me, that prophetic message I declared, which they impressed on me, to go grant interviews.
Then Dr. Bawumia Magana, Yaya Huajuma Masadi Nefrico. And the radical chem said, Mammy, and a manye, me how you know. Chama Wuntumi said, a nunti show machimeno. Omoni Bebekon Sawam and not accuse for 2 years. All catch the speaker. I believe, said Apostle Tay, and my brother soften and accuracy. Now, the speaker.
Now, at that time, they impressed on me to grant interviews both on radio and TV and tell the people of Ghana that message is no longer valid because we have prayed about it and we have worked on it. And so, in that time, God has chosen Bawumia, the vice president of Ghana, to become the leader of Ghana after Nana-Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. But God told me not to say what they had told me to say, so I refused to grant those interviews. Now, Chairman Wuntumi informed me that the reason for my woes was because I had declined to grant interviews to sort of reverse the impact of what that prophetic message had done to the party.
Anunti ochina omo edemebeko court. Now omo demebe cells for 2 weeks.
Now Chairman Wuntumi told me that I will be incarcerated in prison custody at either in Samwin prison or Akuse prison for 2 years, and that the day after my arrest, which was Monday, they would put me before court and I'll be remanded.
Empire court remanded me for 2 weeks.
Indeed, we went to court and I was remanded just as Chairman Wuntumi said.
Apostle Charles echo lawyer biho.
Now Apostle Charles went to see a certain lawyer.
Lawyer ne frere IGP Dampare.
Now the lawyer called IGP
Dampare at the speaker.
Now IGP said, because the call was on speaker, so
Apostle
IGP said to the hearing of Apostle Charles Owusu,
say obedi mechi sa kosi say yede mebekọ nsawam.
Now the IGP declared boldly. The IGP declared boldly on that phone call that he would follow me and follow the case until he sees that I have been jailed at Nsawam.
Enti yade me to cells no omoma a whole regional commander obeda ka mu si say Owusu Bempah or Demampa.
Now, so when on the day I was arrested and during the time I was behind in cell, a whole Greater Accra Regional Commander was made to sit in his car at the police on the compound of the police station whose cell I had been placed.
I don't know.
To ensure that I had not been brought out by any means possible.
Afe na mahu say asa me feel fine.
Now, while in cell, I realized I was not feeling okay.
The Mr. T say me vomit.
So I started to throw up.
Afe na what gumisu.
And I was shivering.
And they say, Yamfamenko Hospital, police hospital.
So it became necessary that I will be taken to the police hospital.
In fact, doctor, I hear me medical checkup. And also, no. Me BP, baby, I want to get. Miss Mini BP.
Now, the doctors came and checked my blood pressure and other things and said, no, my BP level was rising. But I never had any issues prior to that with blood pressure.
Oh, mama, drip.
And so he administered drip on me.
Now, while I
was at the hospital on the bed receiving the drip, there were some armed policemen that came to the ward.
Order from above.
When they came, they said they were there pursuant to an order from above, and the instruction they had received from above was to put cuffs on my hand and cuff my hand to the bed.
Charge the abomini say, "Mema mama sorry for ya motihei. Aprosifo bi bahana mama mama bo. Esu mi hu aprosifo bi omo ba dem ha mema mo bo." Now, me charge no.
Now the charge, the allegation they had made against me was that they had sent policemen on official duty to church, and while they were here, I, the prophet of God, instructed members of this church to beat up the policemen, beat them to pulp. But there was no police person that came for any official duty to the knowledge of the prophet of God. So this police officer, this police officer who claims had been sent by an order received from above, put the cuffs on that same hand which was receiving the drip.
In fact, now,
when he put the cuffs, he tightened it up, and so it started to hurt me. It was cutting my skin. So I was screaming that, "Young man, you are hurting me." But all the pain and agony I was going through fell on deaf ears. So I started bleeding. And I was not breathing smoothly. I felt uneasy. I was sweating. And I could not persuade these guys.
I believe Apostle Charles Owusu
Now, what I'm saying, Apostle Charles Owusu witnessed it. He saw it. Mr. Hobson Adoya also saw it. My nephew, Ernest Owusu Bempah, also saw them. He witnessed it. So they began to confront the policemen that, "Can't you see the man of God is hurting and he's in pain?" And so they retorted and said, if they said to Ernest Owusu Bempah and Hobson Adoya, "If you do not leave this premises now, we will shoot you dead."
And I'm saying,
so I was asking them, "How have I wronged you?"
And I'm saying, washroom.
And so I told them I wanted to use the washroom.
Now police in a porting bag black.
The policeman brought me a black polythene rubber bag and told me to pee in it.
Police 4x4 they were inside.
Now at this time there were already 4 policemen in that small ward, and they gave me a polythene bag. That if I am saying that I wanted to use the washroom, the place of they wouldn't allow me to go to a place of convenience right in their presence. I should do whatever I want to do in that polythene bag. Oh, I was very sad that day.
Too much.
Now it hurt me. What I was so concerned about was that I was bleeding at the time. How did I wrong them?
Support. I'm a honorable
Another allegation they made against me was that I had thrown my support to Honorable Alan Chemanting, and even at that time, I had not met Honorable Alan Chemanting face to face.
Now, the entire me say no. Me pacho mo betimi show video no.
Now, can you show the video?
Me pacho me pesa o hwe de nyame na me so kan ya nti o mo ye me say.
I want you to listen.
Na de nyame na me so kan so o mo ye me say na si.
I want you to listen to the prophetic word which anoint the NPP party so much, and you will notice that from the prophetic word happened or has happened, it has come to pass as the Lord revealed. This one also goes to MPP.
So MPP for
if MPP become
2016 win election.
That 2016 they win the election.
Na and
they don't go before God in prayer.
No man and
they are not careful or cautious. They can never come to power. And NDC may retain power. I know you are not happy. And some people are happy. Why would it happen that way? There is something in MPP that the Lord revealed to me. That is some form of a hardened heart. That is one person, about one person. Because of his heart. God often does not want to allow MPP into power. Just because of one person. Just because of one person. This one thing God doesn't want. That somebody would touch Christians or followers of Christ. A religion or a form of worship that is godly or Christianity in a nation. Even when you have it, God will take it away from you. I am saying it in a proverb, but it is a prophecy. Just because of one person. If NPP is not careful, they may never come back to power. Just because of one person. Just because of one vice. God looks into his heart. God realizes that if that person receives power, it will not help the cause of his people. Not the main person or the first person. If it was left with the first person or the leading person, but after this leading person has taken his assignment, the next person or the second person who is likely to take over, that the first person would allow him to come to power after him. It will affect Christianity in this nation, and to lift up another religion, and that one would have authority over Christianity and will withdraw the hand of God. And the angel of God no in Ghana. So God said, no, if this branch does not break from the tree, I will not allow it to be established. A word to a wise. I don't know if you are having an idea. But this branch or this whatever branch, it is in this branch that the tree has confidence. It is in this branch that all the leaves on the tree have confidence. Because this it is because of this branch which is attached to the tree. God loves his people and his religion than governments. The NPP some power nia e bata duane ho no muntu no fo na nakoma de ehemu no onsesa no. Now if NPP wants to come to power, then
Now, nyame nkrofo.
speak to that person
Nasa oba onfo hawo embre
and let
nyame
him change his
nkrofo.
heart.
Empejo sumfufuro bi. Emasa sumfufuro ni nya hande de a ene ombetimi aba power.
If he's able to
And
change his
this
heart,
MPP,
then he can come to power. Or else MPP can never come to power. You can write down today's date, Mark today, and you know that I am a prophet.
Hallelujah. After entrance na yentie na menya mfama samomla wie. Enti miniano.
Men and brethren.
Where 2013.
Now this is 2013.
Enti bra chief of staff Ephraim ya me call Jubilee House no. Enti Ebra chief of staff Ephraim me call the office 2021.
So in or about 2021, when the then chief of staff invited me to her office,
Madam Frema
Opare,
sa video na omo yi kire me.
This was the same video they showed to me in or about
And
2021. And she asked me, man of God, are you the same person in the video?
And was in the and
she asked me, man of God, why did you say these words you are seen saying in the video?
Because I had Bempah.
Because it has caused trouble.
Na me papa ni anje ho wo ni ye no.
She said to me that my father, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the president of Ghana at that time, was not happy when he saw the video.
Me office, me manana who say a old video. Na satam kra nana o man penny your excellency. Now may a president.
So when I went to the president's office, I said to him, Your Excellency, this video is an old video. It predates your presidency in 2016.
When a chama won to me refer me no say wenti.
It is the same video which Chairman Wontumi referred me to as being the reason for my arrest. And for that
2 years.
For this same reason, which is the same video, I will be jailed for 2 years at Akuse.
Now me me support ama honorable
because allegedly and untruthfully, they said I had thrown support. So you see, the reason they set their eyes on me and they wanted to do harm, unlawful harm to me.
2024 and as our prophecy abem.
Now in 2024,
Diana bedi achire no enyo no anu mo de ne bai. It started 2023.
So events started unfolding in 2023 because the deputy or the branch of that tree was the same person, the tree itself and the leaves, the fruits and all compartments of the tree supported to become flag bearer.
Satam na Akufo-Addo me president unti no nchusu.
So
Bawumia mpo so me
in 2013,
the vice.
In 2013, when this prophecy
10
was
good
given,
years.
When this prophecy was given, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was not president of Ghana. At best, he was a flag bearer or potential flag bearer. He had not yet elected his running mate who would become vice president when Nana Addo becomes president. It took 10 good years for the prophetic message to come to pass. Now let me say this and say one or two other things. So the reason I was arrested is this video. Nobody has a scintilla of evidence.
NPP from penny for me complaining as will be a 200 and can't say
no one had or has a scintilla of evidence, a shred of evidence to show that I went to Madam Pat's house with a gun to go and shoot her to death.
Me too me na ma kyerɛ sie ɛyɛ so to mu hene nana ne mo ofori ɔne na hemfo bɛ frɛ ɛna ɔmo ba me fie.
Rather, it was Nemo Ofori, the chief of Sotuom, and 3 other chiefs
me body am
that
who
came
say me
to my
kan
house. And I'm only saying this with names so that you know that what I'm saying is true and not a
ɔhene
lie.
baako ne fɛ na Amas
One of the chiefs that came was called Amas.
ɛna
or is
ɔhene
called
ne mo
Amas.
ofori ka sɛ sɛdeɛ maame ne di matam ne ha no.
Now, Nemo Ofori said to me that he gets troubled when he hears the woman
Na
insulting
maame
him.
ne te na asase so.
And the woman lives or has a property on the land where he rules.
Enti ɔne maame ne kasa sɛ bɛyɛ a obɛgyae na
And
yɛma
so-
asomdwie mmra yɛn ntam.
And so he was going to broker peace. Speak to the woman, and then broker peace. Make
Nyame
us
nhyira saa ɔhene
smoke
no.
the peace pipe. So may God bless that chief. May God bless him.
Ampa otu hu anamɔ.
Indeed, he did as he said.
Ama me ne ɔhene Amas no koraa yɛhyia wɔ airport madamfo Mr. Kofi Sando office ɛwɔ airport ɛwɔ car mu ɛma ɔne me kasa so ɔne maame na kasa nti ase ayɛ adwuma.
Now I
Nti no,
met
ɛda sei yɛn nyinaa yɛhyia na
I met
settle
Amas
matters.
at the airport at an office of one of my friends, and in a car. I was in a car when I met him, and he told me, "Oh yes, indeed, they are speaking to her. They have achieved significant strides towards ensuring that there will be peace between the woman and myself. And so on such day, he would want me to meet with them and the woman so that there will be peace talks."
Nti me ne your resident pastor Reverend Kwame Amo yɛto and Amas ne call by.
So I was with Reverend Kwame Amo on a particular day when I received a call from the chief called Amas.
Ɛna ɔse so to mo hene mpo ama ne mmeranteɛ so mo mmra meka ho ne nyinaa yɛne maame ne hyia na afei Amas ne nhwɛ ɔhene no na afei asomdwie mmra.
And he said
na
that the
maame ne
Sotom
nyama
chief
tɛdidie. Ɛna
had
sɛ good news.
designated him to ensure that there will be peace between myself and the woman. And in addition to that, he has sent some of his men to accompany us to where they were going to meet.
Ɔno koraa no ɔsenka obenya na ko ne maame no ɛba ɛnam so wo da bi yɛnkɔhyia neutral grounds na
Now, what he said is that he would wish that he would rather bring the woman to me. But I said, no, let's meet at a neutral place.
ɛkwan mu no ɔfrɛ me so maame no koraa fie na maame no sɛ me deɛ menya biribiara na memmerɛ fie na biribiara yɛ okay.
Now, on my way to that neutral place, I received a call from this Chief Amas, who said to me that he is in the house of the woman, and the woman has told him to tell me that, you know what, I should let sleeping dogs lie and then come home so that we settle issues.
Meka sɛ so na so to mu hene nkurɔfoɔ ka yɛ ho.
Now, at the time I was coming, there were men the chief of Sotom had sent to direct and accompany us.
Yɛduru hɔ nom na ɔhene bɛka kyerɛ m sɛ maame no sɛ ɔba na yɛapɛ baabi akɔtena na yɛaka na biribi ayɛ kama.
So when I arrived at the place, this chief came to me and said to me that the woman says that she would come so that we find a place to settle the scores.
Ankɔba ne saa.
But that didn't happen.
Ɛma ɛkɔyɛ biribi foforɔ koraa.
It turned into something else.
Mansi amfiri kaa mpo a na meti mu no.
I did not even get down from the car.
Ntɔkwa bie no
I
wɔn mesi
drove
hɔ
there.
baabi obia no obi anko
There
ntɔkwa
was
wɔ hɔ.
no physical or violent confrontation with any person.
Even na ne nkurɔfoɔ mpo pɛ sɛ ɔmo yɛ hehehe but meka kyerɛ yɛyɛ kɔɛ sɛ no mempɛ
Now,
saa.
the people that
Yeah, you're
accompanied
quiet.
me there, I said to them to ensure that there will be no violence. And so we did not fuel any violence.
Ɛno nti sɛ mohwɛ a maame no ɔyɛ life ɛma epie mu koraa ka sɛ wosu Owusu Bempah aba ha so ɔbɛpɛ peace mini peace bi a mede ma no
Now,
ɛma ɛba abɔnten
you'll
na
recall-
mekɔ hɔ sɛ mene ne kɔkɔ ntɔkwa a nka maame no bɛka sɛ Owusu Bempah aba ha so ɔbɛpɛ peace mini peace bi a mede ma no.
Now, you will recall that while the woman was streaming live, she said that Owusu Bempah is here saying that he wants peace. I have no peace to give him. Now, if I had indeed gone there to cause violence, would she have said on the live stream that Prophet Owusu Bempah was there seeking peace? No. Now let me say this and I'll end. The affliction, the agony I was made to go through, and I am so hurt about it till today. Now I want to ask a question to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's administration.
NPP for be
and I want an answer.
NPP party no into omobuafu there be omo hear me near me king.
Now there are some members of the NPP who are angry because they say that I've insulted the NPP party. But no, I have not insulted the party. I was confronting certain people in the administration who so for over the years you have insulted me, said all manner of stuff at me. I have not responded. I just responded once and all hell breaks loose. Now, blessed be the Lord who gave me a revelation